The Mediterranean diet is a heart-healthy eating plan that focuses on healthy fats, whole grains, and fruits and vegetables, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy dessert. Here with her recipe for olive oil cake, we welcome back professional baker Megan Diaz.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
This smells delightful.
Well, thank you.
I think this is a new recipe to me. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, so today we're going to do an olive oil cake.
Yum.
So this is kind of one of those cakes where your oil, you want to taste it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not one of those that you kind of just hide for moisture. This is where it's going to be.
So you probably want to
star.
invest in a nice olive oil for this
Yes.
recipe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, something that you would want to dip like bread in or something like that, not necessarily something you're going to cook
What
with.
are things that you look for in terms of a high quality olive oil when you're doing your shopping?
I like something I love California-based olive
Okay.
oils. It's as local as we can get.
There you go.
And they're just nice and fruity and bright, which I
Sweet.
really love in olive oil.
Okay.
So, which goes great with this, because we're going to add a little bit of sumac in this recipe as well, which is a Middle Eastern Mediterranean spice.
Yum.
It's kind of got some earthy notes and some citrus notes. So that with the olive oil, they just blend really nicely
I
together.
love everything about it.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. So I'll have you mix together our
Okay.
dry ingredients. So we got 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And then we've got 2/3 a cup of granulated sugar.
Okay.
It's not a super sweet cake too, which is really nice. So, I mean, 2/3 of a cup of sugar in a cake is not a ton,
not
which
so
is
much.
which is really nice. So this is our sumac. So this is a tablespoon of
smell.
that. So just bright, citrusy,
Super bright.
earthy,
Yeah.
lovely. And then our leavening, we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4
Okay.
teaspoon of baking soda, and some salt.
Beautiful.
And then while you're mixing that together, I'll get our wet ingredients together. So here's the star. We've got olive oil, so 2/3 of a cup of that.
Yeah, just as much olive oil as there is sugar. That sounds good to me.
And then we've got 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, just to kind of help brighten everything up. And then a couple eggs. And then just for some more moisture and a little bit of tang, there is some Greek yogurt. So
Oh,
1/2 a
yum.
cup, which I love adding yogurt to my cakes. It just adds great moisture and tang.
It sounds good too with all the spices and flavors that we're putting together.
And kind of staying in that like Mediterranean.
This is a pretty simple recipe as we're starting here. Tell me about, because I get lazy and I want to fast forward, it is important to mix the dry ingredients separately, right?
Yeah, because you want to make sure that your leavening is evenly distributed in the flour. And so you don't get any weird pockets when it's baking.
Yeah.
One side will kind of rise a little bit more
It's
than
an
the other.
investment in your future.
Yep. But this recipe is so easy. I mean, as you can see, we've got 2 mixing bowls.
That was it.
That's it. It's not, you don't have to pull out the mixer. It's just really easy.
Oh, that's nice too, yeah.
Yeah, and it just comes together really quick. And it doesn't bake very long either. It only bakes for like 30 minutes.
Gosh, the color on that is so pretty.
Yeah, the olive oil just gives it kind of that nice,
That's so interesting.
you know, earthy hue to it. And then that sumac is like this really beautiful, like ruby red color. And so it gives it just really fun.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
A little color
A little color.
chemistry happening here.
Yeah. And so just
That's
mix
it.
it until it comes together.
Okay.
You're not looking for anything too crazy, just no more flour pockets. And then I've greased a 9-inch round cake pan.
Okay.
And then I lined the bottom of it with a little bit of parchment paper. That's just your security blanket. Make sure that it comes out clean for you. You're not having to fight it out of the pan.
Do you do that most of the time with your cakes?
I do. It just is a nice, like I said, security blanket.
Guaranteed that it's going to end well.
Because nothing's worse than like baking a beautiful cake and then it's stuck in the pan. And then,
And then what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, so this is going to go in 350-degree oven, and we're going to bake it for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Rotate it halfway through so it bakes evenly. Insert a toothpick in the middle.
Perfect.
Until it comes out clean, and then you're good to go. Let it cool.
Okay.
And then so strawberries hit the market this weekend.
They're so good.
Yes, and they're fantastic. So sumac and berries go very well together as well. So I macerated some strawberries with a little bit more sugar.
Okay.
And then a couple teaspoons of more sumac, and then folded in some chopped up mint. Just to kind of brighten everything together. And so this is your lovely little topping for the top of your cake.
What more do you need?
Yeah.
I need to dive in and take it. So how did you first learn about this recipe?
I always have a olive oil cake in, you know, kind of in my back pocket.
Oh, okay.
And then I was really lucky, and I just took a trip to Dubai to visit my little sister.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so special.
And you see sumac and a lot of recipes there, and I just got inspiration from that, and so I just kind of wanted to roll it into something that was already something that I was familiar with, but wanted to kind of introduce something new that I haven't done before. So
That is delightful with all the flavors. You taste that really nice oil. And the little mint at the end.
brightens it up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love that. I love a not super sugary sweet dessert too.
Yeah.
This kind of gives you all that.
Yeah, the cake's not super sweet, and then you're just kind of letting the berries be the extra little sweetness on top. And
This is going to go very quickly, but how long can you keep this for?
honestly, like I had it in a container
pretty
for
moist,
like
right?
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And as long as it's in a nice sealed container,
Okay.
it stays so well.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. So
We're going to dig into this one immediately
Yeah.
after the show today, but
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always great to see you. Always delicious when you
Thank
stop
you.
by.
I appreciate it.
We'll have more on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.
I'm going to